we have two good albums to talk about today. Two good artists that we have talked. One of them already dropped a project this year that we reviewed. I was gonna say they're new artists to the list, but no, this is the second Chief Keef project that we're talking about this year. And then we also have the new Conway the Machine project, Slant Face Killah. So,
Yes, sir.
which one do you want to go into first? Do you have a preference?
Let's go with Slant Face Killer first.
Okay, you get. Let me know what you think. Let me get
Okay.
my Apple Music. I want to see the track list here, but yeah, let's get into it.
Well, we got 14 songs. Before it even dropped, we were like, wow, what a stacked feature list. You got Tech Nine, Key Glock, Joey Badass, Method Man, Stove Got Cooks, Larry June. Uh, there was a Raekwon supposed to be feature on there. That ended up just being like some dialogue, some interlude shit, like him talking in there. He didn't really spit a verse, but
Yeah.
um, overall, I think it's a really solid project. Honestly, I've seen some hate for it on the internet because that's the internet. Hip hop Twitter would be weird and shit, but I like it, dude. I mean, I might be biased because Conway is one of my personal favorites, whatever. But I don't know, man. I like it a lot. There's a lot of great songs on here. Muddy with Stove Got Cooks, probably one of my favorite songs of the year. Them going crazy, you know what I'm saying, on some real grimy shit. Milano Nights, I thought was really good. Um,
Yep.
Bertino with Joey Badass. Obviously, Joey Badass gonna come correct every single time. He never misses. Uh, him, and then you got Conway on some trap beats, what I thought was interesting too. You kind of got some more grimy beats, and you got some trap beats. Like with Dasani, you got him on Dasani going crazy.
I think
Tech Nine,
Dasani's I think Dasani's my favorite song on the album.
yeah, and
I would
I've
probably
seen
put
some
that
hate
number
for
one
it. Yeah,
for that song specifically.
yeah, for
Dude,
sure.
is
And for
that
the
one
next one for with Raw, but I like Raw too personally because Tech Nine always comes correct, bro.
uh,
Always.
is Dasani produced by Conductor?
Oh, and I didn't
Cuz
even mention the Method Man feature. I don't think Dasani is product or conductor.
okay, yeah, cuz I know there's a bunch of Conductor production on this whole thing.
I'll look at the credits right now.
you hear his beat tag, whatever you want to call it, like throughout the project, and like all the Conductor beats on this slap. It's like
Yeah.
obviously more boom bappy old school hip hop, but like
Well,
we don't get a
conductor will
lot of
do.
those albums nowadays. So like it's refreshing when you get just a pure rap album. It's
Well, that's
fun to
what I
listen
kind of
to.
liked about this one is that conductor did some of the beats, which were more grimy, more like underground style beats. But then you also had a few trap beats with the Dasani. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then you got some really good fucking features with a Method Man, a Joey Badass, a Stove Got Cooks. I thought the Key Glock feature was all right. Like, there's some really
Yeah.
good songs on here, and one of my favorite songs of the year, um, with Muddy. So I like it a lot. And you got an Ab-Soul feature, which I didn't even mention. So like some really great shit on here. And I like the lyrical content. I like Conway's delivery on it is interesting. He kind of mixes it up a little bit. I like it a lot, dude.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. I mean, we grew up on like the old school hip hop, and we were like really in the grand scheme of things, we were more late adopters of the trap sound. Like we were
Yeah,
resistant of
definitely.
it at first because we grew up on the more underground, real lyricism rap stuff. So like going back and getting these albums and reviewing them when all I hear is like trap music all the time,
It's
like
nice.
it's just nice to listen to, and like
It is.
I want to hear people say dark shit on dark beats sometimes, and like they
Yeah, it's
deliver
nice.
that every time. It was I really liked it. Yeah, Dasani, Muddy, like there's good songs on there that I'm definitely going back to.
Yeah, and you got some of my, you got like Conway in some of my favorite form, just him being hella braggadocious, like talking and shit. So I fuck with it.
Where, see, this is interesting. I think I know where I
I
would go.
know where I would go.
I would go right above J Ski.
Really? Okay.
Where would you go?
Hmm. Okay.
Were you gonna be lower than that?
I was gonna be probably a maybe above American Dream, right around American Dream. I would
You like
be.
you like the
I
J Ski album better? You think? It's been a
I
little
don't
while. Maybe
know.
I would too if I went back and listened to both now.
Yeah,
Like I
maybe I
said,
have to re-listen to the J Ski joint.
on each row, it doesn't too much matter. We just got to make sure we have them in the right row. So we're both in the same row.
Yeah.
So
But
let's just
I'm
put it
thinking
in
that Gunna
between.
joint probably has to go down then.
I'm with you. I was gonna say the same thing.
I think it's got to go down to like four bats maybe.
Yep, exactly.
Which is
Below
why.
four
Why did
bats.
that happen though? Because all the other albums that we've ranked this year haven't really moved much. But why are we having such a
And I like the Gunna
drastic?
album.
Me too. But like, why?
That's
I
the
don't get
thing.
why we're doing that though. I guess it's because the second half just kind of falls into the trap of being repetitive.
Exactly. That's kind of where I lean.
It's a little too repetitive.
I feel like I say that about every album, but a lot of artists do that shit. Like your whole album sounds the same, bro. Stop. Give us 12 songs instead of 15 and stop making them all sound the damn same and we wouldn't have to say this every time we listen to an album.
Yeah, I
Like
probably would
that's our
do
biggest
that.
critique. If you go through this whole list and you watch every episode, like that's definitely the thing we've said the most when it comes to critiquing an album. Like it's fun, there's good songs, but it just like all meshes together and there's not enough variation in sound. And the Gunna album, of course, falls victim to that.
It might
It's
be the
Gunna.
worst one too, like of like that does that so far this year. Like it might be the worst example of that so far. Like I can't really think of another album that meshes together like quite as bad, to be honest. Like looking at them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
So it
I'm
might
cool
have
with
to go even
leaving.
lower, bro. But we'll leave it there for now.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool with putting Conway there. A few misses right by the J Ski album and the Marchaeology album, which is kind of fitting. They all kind of fall in the same vein. So,
Yeah,
but overall, I really liked the Conway album. Like, it was good. It
yeah.
was good.
Probably bump it up even. Honestly, that Martiality joint might have to go up to.
That you said
I have
that the
to go up
Sonny
to
song
what?
was one of your favorites.
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think I screenshot and posted on my story. That was like the one song that stood out the most to me. I think on the whole album. And then yeah, a lot of the conductor production was fire, obviously.
I
But
mean, yeah, of course, dude.
all right, are you ready for the next
Yep.
album? Chief Keef, So Almighty 2. Oh no, Almighty So 2.
Yes.
Which one is it?
Almighty so too.
Chief Keef, Almighty So 2. It's his second project on our tier list so far this year. We did the Dirty Nachos mixtape with Mike Will Made It like a few months ago, which had like 24 songs and we kind of said this like it's obviously mixtape vibes. There's a lot of throwaways on here. It's kind of just like a bunch of random shit. We're probably going to get a more cleaned up project. 2 months later, boom, there you go. A Chief
It's
Keef
exactly
album.
what it was.
And
Yep.
exactly what it is, a more cleaned up, refined
So
version of the mixtape that we listened to 2 months ago.
so this is Almighty So 2, obviously a sequel to Almighty So that dropped in 2013. It was,
Crazy.
I believe, his third or fourth project after Finally Rich. Yeah, Finally Rich was the one that blew up that had Love Sosa, um, Hate Being Sober. You know what I'm saying? Had the real smackers on it that took over the whole fucking sound. But, you know, when Almighty So first came out, it was kind of not regarded very highly from, you know, what I'm reading here anyway. I was only fucking 13, so I don't really know. But he comes back. Obviously, he was one of the pioneers of the drill sound. Like he really basically created the drill shit. When I think drill, I think these bitches love Sosa, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the first shit I heard that was like drill shit that took over the radio and really took over the game for, you know, for when I was alive, since I've been alive.
I
So
mean, yeah, a lot of people would say that's the dawn of like modern drill right there is that one song.
so yeah, I
At
mean you
least to
gotta
the
give him his
mainstream.
flowers. Gotta give him his flowers for that. And since then he's kind of flown under the radar. You know, not a lot of people bring him up in like conversations about who's the most influential or who's, you know, doing it different. But when you think about it, Chief Keef is definitely he might be top. Dude, he might be top 10 influential all time, bro.
I
If you
would say
really
top
think about
10.
it, dude,
I
real
would put
shit.
him top 10.
Real
Top
shit.
10. I wasn't sure what number you were going to say. Top 10, yes. I agree. Top
I,
10 for sure.
I think you could definitely argue it for
I
sure.
thought you might say
So,
3. I was like, I don't know about 3. Top 10, yeah.
I don't, well, look, whatever. I'm giving him his flowers. But I was excited for this project because we just got Dirty Nachos, which, like you said, was kind of just a throw together project. We knew this was long awaited. He's been teasing this for years. Um, a,
It's
a
been, yeah.
sequel a sequel project, which you know tend to be pretty good usually.
And
And
Dirty
when you look,
Nachos, though, real quick, Dirty Nachos wasn't bad. Like, there was still good
nah,
songs on it. It was just a
first,
lot, and you could tell that there was kind of throwaways and shit on there, but there were still good songs. Like, we have it at good, not great on our list. It's not, like, at the bottom of the
yeah, it was
list.
good. It just wasn't refined. It wasn't
Exactly.
refined to the level like Almighty So 2 is. It's just
Yeah.
not. And one thing that stands out when you look at this is again the feature list is really good. You got G Herbo, one of my favorites. Tierra Whack, we always
Mhm.
hold her to high regard here.
That
Sexy
Tierra
Red,
Whack feature,
same.
though, we gotta sit on that. That Tierra Whack
Oh
feature, that's the best
yeah,
feature on the album.
we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. And you
So
got
good.
Quavo, obviously. I always give Quavo his
I love
flowers.
that song. That
Smacks
Quavo
on
song.
that too. Yep.
Yeah.
And I guess my take on it is the first few songs are good. They're good. I was into it. But once you hit track 7, once you hit Runner, all the
Exactly.
way all the way down to Believe. I would say 7 to 14, almost a perfect run, dude. Almost perfect. The middle of the album is almost perfect. Like he did it so good. Like he's got bars. You got Tierra Whack spitting one of the best verses of the year, maybe on this song.
I would
On
agree.
Banded Up. Sexy Red even spitting.
I
Sexy
love
Red was
that.
spitting, dude.
Sexy Red and Chief Keef just like complement each
Dude.
other so well, and on this song, like
Yes.
I know it's kind of like a meme, but like this
No, it's
song goes
good.
so hard.
No, it's actually good. And
Yeah,
then
I liked
Drifting
it.
Away, dude, was hella good. Then you got the fucking Quavo feature, Prince Charming, I thought was really good.
Yeah,
Like solid, super solid overall as an album. Super like very refined in terms of albums this year. And if we're looking at it in comparison to a Dirty Nachos, definitely super refined. Um
my only complaint about the album really was some of the songs were pretty long.
yeah,
There's like a
yeah,
lot of 5-6 minute songs
yeah.
on here. I'm like, okay, I want this song to be over. I'm skipping the last
I
30
think you could
seconds, but
trim it by like 2 3 songs maybe because it's
I would say
17.
3 songs.
There's
Yeah,
17 tracks. Yeah, you could probably trim it by 2 or 3. Other than that,
but
dude,
yeah,
it was great, dude.
yeah. Overall, like I really liked it, and yeah, it was good. It was better than I thought. I would probably
Oh, let me say
personally.
this: it's got another one of my favorite songs of the year. Oh, with "Banded Up" with Tierra Whack. So that's two. These two albums this year breeded like two of my favorite songs of the year. So
I mean, that banded up joint is just crazy though.
crazy,
Like,
right?
if you're hating on that song with Chief Keef and Tierra Whack, you're a lame. That song is so
Oh,
good.
dude, stop,
She
stop,
spits. It might be
stop.
verse of the year. Like, I know you probably didn't mean that, but it really might be. Besides, like
Well,
Drake and Kendrick,
I was actually gonna ask you since okay, let's put this on the tier list first.
where okay, where do you think then the new Chief Keef album? Where
Hmm.
does it fall on the 2024 tier list? It's higher than Dirty Nachos. We've made that clear.
Wow, dude.
I think. Hmm,
This is
I think it's.
interesting, dude.
I'm probably like in the same spot as before. At the top of this list, I could maybe even put it above in the next column up or the next
Yeah,
row
I
up.
might go almost perfect, dude, because I really like both these albums. Like Conway joint, I'd probably give like a 8, but this I'd probably give like a 8.5 maybe.
I'm at like an 8.25 somewhere around that ballpark. I really liked it. There you go. I mean, we can
Yeah,
move it,
I
but
think
I'm
that might
comfortable
be.
with that.
Oh man, yeah,
It
it
was
was really
good,
good.
dude.
It
It
was
was
really
good.
good. Yeah,
It was
that was
straight up
great.
good.
It was great. No, it was great, dude. Stop it. Yeah, I mean
Like,
that's cool with me. Let's do it.
I
I
was
like
at
it.
my office today. I got to work. I listened to this before I listened to any of my podcasts or anything. I'm sitting there, 8:45 a.m., just at my desk, fucking in the zone to Chief Keef.
Yeah,
Just then the Tierra Whack feature, the Quavo feature. Like, damn, it was good. It was good, dude. Shout out
it was
Chief Keef.
great, dude. Stop.
Good album.
It's off the top podcast, got you laughing like you hit the gas pack. Show is crazy like you watching Mad Max. Every other podcast is mad whack. Off the top podcast.